Hey everyone. Hope you're all doing really well. Let's see here. I am going to be doing a live with my mentor Amanda, so I'm just going to let her in. Just bear with me. Okay, let's see here. I haven't done a live on here in a long time, so I'm just kind of invite friends to watch. Now I want to invite her to join me, so let's see. The fun of learning new things. Okay, just bear with me. Saying slow connection. So, all right, thank you for that message. I don't need you anymore. Okay. I see her. There we go. I see you, Amanda. There we go. Adding.
There we go.
Oh, hi. I'm trying to see your face. Let's see.
I've got your face.
I don't see you, but that's okay. Let's see here. Why don't I see you?
Gotta love technology, right? Like our social platforms just change.
Yeah, totally last minute. And no, I don't want to remove you. I'm trying to see your face, but uh, huh, okay. I can't see you at all, which
Okay.
sucks,
I
but
know.
all good. I'm just gonna invite Yvonne because she was waiting for.
Yeah, she messaged me.
I'm gonna invite her here just to watch. Okay, and I'm gonna send a broadcast.
There we go.
Uh,
Love how Instagram decides to change things. So Facebook, we're back.
yeah, we're back. Okay, I can't see you, but it's all good. It doesn't matter as long as you can see me.
I can
So I'm just gonna trust. I mean, I'd like to see your face expressions, but it's all good.
watch the replay.
Yeah, exactly. So thanks for joining me, Amanda, today. We had to pivot because we were gonna do a live on Instagram, but here we are on Facebook. And for those that were waiting for this on Instagram, don't worry, I'm gonna post it and you can watch a replay. It's all good. So we're here to talk to you about managing stress, reducing stress around the holidays. And Amanda, I don't know about you, but things are really ramping up and people are feeling they're feeling it. They're feeling the stress, they're feeling the, overwhelm. And I was just sharing with you before we got on this call, like I can tell when I'm dropping off my kids at school or picking them up, like the parents like nervous system, everyone's like on edge.
Yep.
um it's definitely something that's really obvious. And so the other day I was at Costco, and we were just passing by, we were taking one of the samples because I'm like, oh, I really want to try this spinach dip. and and she was like complaining to another customer, like people are just unbelievable right now. And she was just saying how on edge people are, and all that. And I was like, yeah, everybody's kind of feeling it. And I don't know about your experience, but that's what I'm experiencing these days.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the hustle and bustle. And I can't believe like Christmas is next week. Like it's just like, it's crazy, right? So it's kind of one of those things where I think all of a sudden, because people are working and they're busy and sports are still on, that then after work, they're all of a sudden going, oh, I got to get done all of this stuff, right? I got to make dinner. Then I got to go Christmas shopping. Then I got to prep for like Christmas dinner or the Christmas festivities that you're hosting, and all on top of each other, right? And so
Yeah.
I know for myself, and I don't have kids, and we don't have a big family here that we do a big like Christmas celebration. But I thought it was Thursday today. I'm
Yeah.
off days, and I'm mixing up appointments that I don't normally mix up. And so I think like for all of us, it just becomes this time where days start getting meshed into one. The days definitely aren't long enough, and we're looking at it going, where am I going to get all this done without staying up till 3 in the morning, or whatever that looks like. So I
Yeah.
think the general buzz all around for a lot of people, it's one of those times a year when, if anyone says that they're not stressed, I think you should be teaching on like, you know, how to just maintain stress or stress free in the chaos, because even someone, you and I both that teach about this, we get caught up in it as well. And
Yeah.
so it is one of those things where it's around us, and it's, what you and I talked about was, and we're going to share today, is how can we have our toolbox that's beside us that sometimes we don't choose to pull out of, but that we can have it there with more and more tips. So when we're feeling overwhelmed or we're starting to see that line of burnout kind of come in, we can actually start to pull out some of those tools and go, oh, yeah, like you guys talked about this, and I should be using this skill.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I'm like, the buzz that's going around is like people have so much to do, so they're skipping their workouts. Their, the self-care has gone down, and that's also contributing to the stress and overwhelm because we're not taking care of ourselves as much. And I think around this time of year, we have to be a lot more intentional about our self-care practices. And, studies show when we're stressed out, we actually need to ramp things up, but we're not doing that right now. So, I know it's easier said than done, especially where it's like, either I go shopping or I do a workout, either I do this or I do a workout. But, remembering that if you choose the healthy habits, it'll help you with your stress. And we're going to speak to you about some of the tools we love to use, um, to help us, and especially at this time of year.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
And those
So,
sound, I mean, I'm totally guilty of it as well. All of a sudden,
yeah.
drop as like women, the stuff that we need for ourselves, right? And then all of a sudden we're like, well, why do I feel low energy? Why have I put on 10 pounds? But we just put ourselves last, like we're the last thing. So tonight is about pumping you guys up as women to be able to go like, how do I fill my cup? So kick it off, Samit. Let's hear all the
Yeah.
tips. Where are they?
Yeah, and what I want to say is like the tips that we're going to share, they don't take a lot of time. And that's really important because I know nobody has a lot of time. Like, I know you don't have an hour to do something, but so these are like things that you can fit into your day and just do it really quickly. So what I like to do to start my day off, and I know you've mentioned this too, Amanda, is using essential oils, especially oils like Balance, which are very grounding and they're very calming and they help reduce stress. This oil helps reduce stress, and it's a beautiful blend of other essential oils to make this lovely oil balance. And just like the name, we want to feel a little bit more balanced as we start our day. And so this is an oil that I love to use, starting my day off with this. And that's something really simple that we all can do. Like when you wake up, just, take a few minutes for yourself before you get up and start taking care of everyone else. Just put your hand on your heart and just take a deep breath and just be present within yourself. And how to amplify that is by using Balance. You can pour a drop into your palm, take a deep breath with it, put it around your the back of your neck, on your wrists, or start off by putting it under your feet. And I know there's a lot of benefits to putting it on your big toe, because behind our big toe it's connected to our brain. So it sends the signal to our brain, hey, I'm good. I'm calm. I'm not stressed. And that's a really great way to start off your day.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I definitely start my day that way. I try and do it before my feet hit the ground. I like
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing to me, and I just rub it on my big toes and I just take those deep breaths.
I'm doing it right now as we speak. Yeah. I love that oil for starting our day off right. And I also use it when I'm about to meet with a client or I'm gonna have a conversation which requires me to be a little bit more grounded and not hyper. So what I'll do is I'll use that balance oil prior to, getting on a call with a client or picking up the phone and having a conversation. This is an oil that you can easily use throughout your day to help you feel grounded anytime that you need it. And I always talk about this with my clients is it doesn't take a lot of time. If you're feeling that stress and overwhelm, just put a drop in your hand. If you just have a minute to just deeply inhale, that's good enough. And that will help bring your nervous system, help your nervous system settle and it'll help you feel good.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. So true. And it's crazy how the brain just works. Like when you smell that smell, as long as you condition your brain that when you smell this smell, it reminds me of, being relaxed, and you do that conditioning. And I mean, Smeet, you're amazing. And we can just teach you guys how to train your brain with certain smells. So when you smell it, boom, it can get you out of that fight and flight mode and right into that rest and restore and deeper belly breaths. So your body and your central nervous system can actually start to calm down. And it can be as simple as that. Like it literally takes, I don't know what the actual scientific number is, but it's like a couple seconds for your brain to,
Yeah, like less than 5 seconds. It's really like 3 seconds or something.
yeah,
It's
it's like nothing.
super fast.
For your
Yeah,
smell something and then decipher, does it
yeah.
like good pain, a good like feelings of being loved or feeling of being calm, or does it bring me like pain or
Mm,
and so your body will smell something. You're smelling with your brain, not with your nose. And your body's
mm,
smell it and go, what does that remind me of? And it is
mm,
that simple. You can do it in the parking lot when someone, you know, cuts you off or steals your parking spot, or in the mall when people are just being irritable. Wherever that is, you can literally just take a breath from that bottle and just
yeah,
like breathe it in, and your body will change. Your whole physical being will just shift. And it is
yeah,
that, I mean, I challenge people to think of something that they love and the smell of that, right? So think of like fresh baked bread, or the smell of like Christmas cookies maybe has this like great reminder, about Christmas morning. For me, it's clementine. So the smell of like peeling that clementine, the
yes,
reminds me of Christmas morning. Like Santa Claus put clementines in our stockings, and that's the first thing that we got to eat, open, whatever it was at Christmas morning. So it reminds me of the joy of Christmas morning. And so
yeah,
immediately I smell that and I feel the smile coming on my face like it's Christmas morning. So that's how quickly your brain can just shift your whole composition
yeah.
without taking much more than just a sniff of something. So I love being able to do that.
Yes, and like smell is very powerful. It's attached to our memories, like you just explained about the clementine or smelling, baked cookies or stuff like that. We have associations to the way we feel about things. And these essential oils are beautiful examples of like how we can train our brain to associate them with calm, feeling peace, feeling good, and feeling um, different things that you want to feel in your body. Like we also have our citrus oils that help you feel energized. But for the purpose of today, we're talking more about calming oils. And another oil I want to talk about is adaptive. This is a beautiful oil that I highly recommend to all moms. And the funny thing is, this is supposed to be a magical time of year for the kids for moms. But to be honest, like moms are not feeling the magic when they're overly stressed out, overwhelmed, anxious, right? And the way to bring back that magic and be able to be present and actually enjoy Christmas. You know, all the work that you've done to come to this, time of year. You want to be able to enjoy it. You don't want to be stressed out and snapping at your kids. You don't want to be like, when picking up the phone, like, what do you want? Because that's kind of where we're at right now.
Yeah.
So, um, that's why I love the adaptive line to help us with that. How do you use adaptive, Amanda? Like, what's your favorite way?
So I actually love, so I use balance first thing in the morning, and then I use adaptive midday because it has spearmint and wild orange in it. It's got a little bit of a pick me up as well. So I kind of say you should be doing a midday transition grounding, right? So when we're coming from the craziness of work or the kids home from school and we just are sitting down for dinner or we're just, at home, it's good to be able to have that moment of just like take a breath. What happened during the day is gone, and we're transitioning to the evening. We're not carrying our stuff from the daytime. So adaptive helps me to be able to take that like deep breath and not carry stuff into the evening, because otherwise we find ourselves snapping at people in our
Yeah,
lives. It has nothing to do with them, but we're irritated because of something during the day, and then
yeah,
they've said or done something, and our reaction is based upon that. So if we can leave that and restart and refresh, so that mid-afternoon one, adaptive, is my absolute favorite for. Um,
yeah,
that's just kind of the oil. I mean, the adaptive capsules are another thing.
yeah.
So
I have them here too. So,
these are like game changer.
and I want to share with people like the roll on as well, like the adaptive line. Like if you're like, I'm really feeling the stress, get the entire adaptive line because this is great for on the go. You can just pop it into your purse, use it at work. You know what I like to do for moms, if you're watching, before you get in the house after you've had a long day, use the roller, calm yourself down before you enter the house because you're going to be walking into some chaos. You're going to be walking into, Mom, you're home, and all of the craziness. So take a minute for yourself before you step into the house. Um, use it at work, when you're feeling that stress. There's so many great ways to use this adaptive line. The capsules, like you can take a couple if you're like feeling that high stress
Yeah.
right now. And I think, Amanda, you also mentioned that adaptive also helps with like hormonal health. And I think somebody in the group was saying like it helps with them not feeling those hot flashes and all of that. Like it helps with so many things.
Yeah, I love the adaptive capsules for two reasons. Number one, and one of the kids that was using this explained it this way. They're like, it puts the brakes. Well, I explained that it puts the brakes on the brain, but they're like, it allows me just to focus on one thing despite all the noise going around all over. And I know Yvonne commented in the comments saying that her son used it before exams, the adaptive.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I love that, Yvonne.
That like
Yeah.
happiness around you can just sort of be like more focused in so you can feel present. And
Mm-hmm.
that because sometimes we find ourselves scattered and multitasking and doing all of the things, and this just can go, whew, like I just need to breathe. It puts the brakes on the brain, so the GABA and the, so if you're taking GABA out there to help calm you, this has GABA in it. plus it has
Mm-hmm.
Plus it has lavender, which is known in some clinical research for helping with anxiety. Go on PubMed, you can find it there. And then it has some other beautiful oils in it to be able to just take that stop. But for hormones, when our cortisol levels and our adrenaline level, our adrenals are high,
Yeah.
we need something to bring it down. Otherwise, we see more hot flashes. We see more side effects from our hormones being off. So I actually take it first thing in the morning just
Yeah.
to be able to allow my cortisol to drop. And
Yeah.
then I don't see as many symptoms from menopause, which is amazing because the medical society will prescribe you anti-anxiety meds. So it's looking at doing the same thing, except for it's natural, has no negative side effects. And I can take another one during the day if it gets to be a little crazy, or like it's Christmas Day and the more
Mm-hmm.
those, and then dinner you have to go spend time with family that you're like, oh, I need something to chill me out. So
Yeah.
capsules game changer, especially with the oil combined. So yeah, love.
Yeah. And the smell is so lovely, right? Like not only do these smell good, but they have so many great benefits. And another thing I learned about adaptive is I was watching, I think she was a nurse. She was sharing during COVID. I know we don't want to think about COVID, but during COVID times, she's like, she had a big family, everybody was home. So she would set up adaptive centers in her home. So she would diffuse the oil, she would have the rollers, and so she made it like an experience for the family. So if the kids were, because she also trained her children to be like, I'm really heightened, like she had children on the ADHD, and so if they felt like they're really heightened, they would go to the adaptive corner that she set up, and they would simply use the roller and just rub it on themselves. So it also, you can also teach your children to use this, especially the roller, because it's nicely diluted. Um, I highly recommend this for your hyper children. Like, if they're bouncing off the walls, like I'll just be like to my younger daughter, okay, let's put some adaptive on you. And I can instantly see that it calms her down. So not only is it good for the moms, it's good for the kids. For the
And
kids, you just want to dilute it, right?
the pets too. My dog, when he's starting to go a little nutso, I just put out the roller and let him smell it. And then typically, I mean, it's not like magic where they're like knocked out, but it helps them to just regulate. And dysregulation, no one wants to be dysregulated, right? None of us
Yeah,
are regulated, especially children.
exactly.
And
Yes.
so especially when you don't have the words, and oftentimes children don't have the words to express how they're feeling. And so being able to, just go to a corner or go somewhere and grab something, a tool, and have it work for them. They don't need to have the words to express how that helps them regulate themselves. They just know that it's there as a support tool, which is an amazing thing.
Yeah, and children are so they're so teachable, and they adopt things much better than adults. So I would highly recommend trying this with your children because it works really well. So yeah, those like adaptive balance. Of course, if lavender is really great. Lavender is an oil that is so multifunctional, so multi-purpose. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail about like so many, we have so many oils that actually could benefit you with calming yourself down and helping with the stress and anxiety right now and that overwhelm. But adaptive, I mean, lavender is also a great one. It's the quality of the lavender that doTERRA makes is next level because I've watched a couple of videos on how they source it. It's a beautiful oil. It's so multifunctional. I think it's one that everyone should have in their home, and it's very safe to diffuse for your children at night as well if you want that not so it's just gentle.
Yeah, I love it. And, without going into too much science, doTERRA's
Yeah.
lavender ingest. And so there is many clinical studies out there now that have talked about lavender reducing that anxiety. And so
Yeah.
ingest it and it's pharmaceutical grade, you're getting dosage by dosage. And there's medical practitioners and integrative doctors that are talking about taking a specific dosage to help manage the anxious feelings that are out there and
Yeah.
those overwhelmed feelings that people might have, to be able to use something and see if it supports the body and see if it works for you. So it's a great tool to be able to have and know that you can use it for, sleepy time spray, use it on so many other things, but also use it internally in a tea or something like that as well to help.
Yeah, so great to put in a tea. We just came back from vacation. It was a must-have in case, like if the kids got a mosquito bite, we just put it on. It calms the skin. I think I had an allergic reaction a little bit earlier, and I put it on my skin, and it instantly soothed my skin. If you have scrapes, cuts, burns, this oil is like the best to have.
True,
Yeah.
true.
So yeah, I mean, don't want to overwhelm you with information, but what we wanted you to know is there are tools there, and we also provide training on how to use these essential oils in your day. So, we can create like a little, how do you say, a routine that would be supportive to help you with reducing that stress and anxiety and overwhelm. And I think it's a great time to take advantage of the amazing like freebies and sales that we have going on right now. I know the adaptive capsules are 10% off right now. So if you are wanting to take advantage of any of this, or if you're like, I don't know where to start, reach out to me because I'd be really happy to support you and help you with like getting started.
And I also put in the chat too, if you're wanting a free ebook. So maybe you're just like, you know what, I want some more information because
Yeah.
we all need extra tools. So in the ebook, there's five tools for or 5 tips to help manage stress a little bit better. And they're ones that are quick and easy to be able to use. So those deep breaths, those belly breaths, using the oils, being able to just like go out in nature, do the movement, all of those extra things are all in there. So you can comment ebook below and then we'll get the ebook out to you. And I think the big thing is looking at like we have tools, and especially if you're local and you're struggling right now, drop by and grab a sample. See if it helps you through the holidays and get through some of these tough times because we don't want people struggling. We don't want to see
Absolutely.
them home going, I'm not managing and I wish I had these tools, but I can't afford them. Or, you know, I'm not ready yet to purchase them. Or, and then I tell people to think about who is buying for you for the holidays. You know, people always like, what do you want? What do you want? These are great tools to be able to ask for as your stocking stuffers or as those, you know, hostess gifts or those gifts, secret Santa gifts and things like that. You know, an easy one to sort of say, hey, I'd love to get this if you, this is what I'm looking for, and then have them connect with Sunit or myself and kind of be like, hey, this is what I want. And knowing, and I guess this is my last tip with it, so many people will go to places like Walmart or Sage or health food stores and think that they're getting the same.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to talk about this too much, but I want to just say that you're not getting the same quality. So if you can't ingest your essential oils, so we'll just use lavender as that example. If you can't ingest your lavender, your brain should start going, there's some red flags. Why? Because if I can't ingest it, when I put it on my skin's the largest organ, I'm ingesting it. When I breathe something in, I'm ingesting it. You're breathing it in, it's going into your body. And so if you can't ingest some of your basic ones, lavender, orange, and peppermint, you're kind of like, okay, these are things that I would eat. Ding, 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 red flag. Why not? And the biggest thing that I'll just say as a general thing is that essential oils aren't regulated. And so now you're getting something that is of lower quality. You're not going to get the same results that we're talking about. And you may actually be doing some more damage, or you think you're avoiding toxins. You're not plugging in candle or the Glade plugins, or you're not burning candles, but some of them have the same fragrances or different toxins within them. So doTERRAs do not. And that is so important when we're educating, that if we're teaching you how to use one of the oils, we're teaching you about the doTERRA oils, not the Walmart, not the Sage, not that they're not the same quality. And in fact, will help you save money versus
Yeah.
money. So wanted to,
Absolutely.
I know people are like, oh, but I bought my oil at HomeSense. Like, it was just at HomeSense. And I had someone that was like looking at oils. And I'm like, please don't spend $30 on this lavender. I can have
Yeah.
Paris for $35 and you're going to be able to use it 100 times more than this lavender that says aromatic use only. And they were like, what? So then I was able to talk to them about that and share. And they're like, well, I don't want to buy this lavender anymore. I'm like, I know. Right? Like,
Yeah.
good. So just if you have more questions or there's a brand that you're like, hey, what about this brand? We can share with you what we know. But yeah, that's sort of in a nutshell.
Yeah. You can also go into ChatGPT and put in like compare this oil to that oil. You'll get the details about like medical grade, pharmaceutical grade versus like things you can ingest and all of that too.
I love
Um, yeah, I'm like, because when I was trying to figure out what supplements to take, I asked ChatGPT, can you compare these to this? And it gave me a lot of great information, which helped me make my decision. And I'm so glad that I have that resource. So, ChatGPT is there as well. Another thing I want to mention is, Amanda, like these oils, it looks like a small bottle, but isn't there like 250 drops in a 15 ml
Yes,
bottle? And
closer to
you literally don't need too much. I always say you literally need a drop or two, and these last a long time. So it's, what you're getting your money's worth indefinitely when you purchase the 15 ml bottle because it'll last you. You don't need so much.
No, less more often is actually the rule of thumb. Um,
Yeah,
and it is for some oils that are thinner, there could be about 300 drops in that bottle. So if you just
yeah,
one drop a day on your toes, you're almost a year for that balance oil, right? Like if you think about it,
yeah,
and so being able to use it so lightly, a diffuser, I know some companies on the bottle will say put, 8 to 10 drops in your diffuser. If you put 8 to 10 drops of doTERRA's peppermint or doTERRA's lavender even in your diffuser, you probably won't be able to sit in that room. It'll
yeah,
be overwhelming, right? You'll be like,
yeah,
whoa, stimulated. It's like 1 to 2 drops. If you've got a large open area, sure, maybe you put 4 to 5, but you don't need for a bedroom more than 2 drops. Less
yeah,
more is like the rule of thumb. The potency of them is much stronger, so you don't need to be dousing yourself. You're just wasting your money.
yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love. I'm like, you're actually you're getting so much bang for your buck with these because you don't need a lot versus like some of them that say 8 to 10 drops, which are not, they're not even good for you to be ingesting or taking in so much, right? So just wanted to point that out for you guys if you're wondering about the size and how long it lasts. They last a long time.
Yeah, and I would say too, so post below ebook if you want the ebook, and then ask your questions. If there's an oil or something you talked about with stress, and you're like, how do I do this? We'll both take a look at the live, and we'll be able to answer any of your questions as you go through this Christmas holiday season, and deal with some of the stressors. If you're struggling, reach out. We'll give you a hand. Like we'll help you out.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Amanda, for joining the live, and thank
Ah,
you for everybody watching live. And like Amanda said, if you're watching the replay, leave your comments and we'll get back to you. Thank you so much.
we'll see you guys later.
Yeah,
Bye.
take care. Bye.